Hey everybody, Christian Grust here, and the topic of this video is why stock Glock pistols suck. So we'll start right here. This is a totally stock Glock 19 pistol. It actually belongs to my wife, and it is a Gen 4 model, so it's in that Tiffany blue with the silver slide or whatever. So again, not my pistol, but what sucks on these pistols? So this pistol, I've only shot it once or twice. Why? Because first off, this being a Gen 4, with the finger grooves, it kind of pushes my finger, especially my middle finger here, up into the trigger guard. So after shooting this thing a little bit, it really starts to aggravate the crap out of me. The other thing that sucks on a stock Glock pistol, at least a Gen 4 and older, is the trigger. So just so you guys can see it, pistol is cleared. As far as the trigger is concerned, it has this trigger safety. Okay, all right there. And this gosh darn thing, if I'm shooting without gloves, it really starts to aggravate the crap out of my fingers. So I kind of have bony hands. I don't have a lot of meat on my fingers. So for me, this irritates the crap out of me. So at bare minimum, you know, this trigger shoe here, in my opinion, should be swapped out. The other thing that really sucks on a stock Glock is the sights. So these plastic sights with this U-notch rear, all right, you know, putting the drop in the bucket there, these things suck. Even the factory night sights, they're not really that much better in my opinion. So a lot of people complain about the grip angle. That doesn't bother me quite so much with the stock Glock. However, the trigger and the sights, main things right off the bat that I have to get rid of. The finger grooves, it's not so easy really. If you don't want finger grooves, buy a Gen 1 or 2 or buy a Gen 5. The finger grooves, they've, you know, kind of went full circle, went back and pulled those off. The only Glock that I own is my 19X. I bought that, I don't know, almost a year ago, and other than that, the only other two Glock type pistols I have are a couple of Polymer 80 builds. So in those, honestly, you really can't even compare those to a stock Glock. This one here is my wife's. I've only shot, I think, only once or twice, and it shot fine, but just not my cup of tea. So for me, you know, if I'm going to be, you know, for a concealed carry pistol or what have you, you know, I carry. So this guy's been cleared. I carry a Car PM9. I've been carrying one of these for many years. Does it have the capacity that the Glock has? No, it doesn't. But the trigger's awesome. You don't have to do nothing to it. The sights are pretty decent, and overall, just out the box, a better pistol. And of course, this is an older model. There's quite a few other makes and models of pistols out there today. The Smith & Wesson Shield comes to mind, or actually any of the M&P series are really nice. So, anyways, those are the big things in my opinion that make a stock Glock, really suck. Sights, trigger. Now the feel of the trigger on the Gen 5s is much improved, but they still have that little dingus that sticks out there. When I'm shooting with gloves, I don't notice it quite as much. And then if you have a Gen 3 or Gen 4, in my opinion, these finger grooves, I mean, at least for my hand in my particular situation, these things really cause me quite a bit of uncomfort. So right there, my knuckle and my fingers start to rub up against that trigger guard, and it just aggravates the crap out of me. So with that being said, all these reasons that a stock Glock sucks, I'm going to start a video series. I think I'm going to upgrade just a couple things on this pistol here that I think are necessary. I'm not going to do anything with the frame because this is a Cerakoted frame. my wife is fine with the finger grooves. But I am going to go ahead, and I have a set of night vision night sights for the to replace the factory sights on this pistol. It's the U-notch rear with the subdued black side dots, and then the really large front dot. So for me, my eyes have kind of aged over the years, and I found that I need something that really draws my eyes into the front sight. If they look really similar to the rear, like regular standard 3-dot sights, I have issues with my eyes kind of playing tricks on me. So I like to have a more noticeable front sight size and brightness than the rear. So those work really good for me. The other thing is the trigger. Got to get rid of the trigger. So rather than just doing a trigger shoe, I'm actually going to do an upgrade kit from Apex via Brownells. So it comes with the safety plunger for the slide, and then it comes with a new trigger with a trigger bar, and then the disconnector. So I'm going to go through kind of a little bit of a follow-on video series with a couple upgrades. And if you guys are watching this and you can think of something else that like to see me upgrade, I kind of wish I had just a plain Jane black Glock that I could kind of start. I mean, I know there's a million videos on upgrading Glocks and whatnot, but a lot of folks, kind of what prompted me to do this is a lot of folks think that, oh, you're a Glock fan, blah, blah, blah. I actually had no desire to ever own a Glock. I shot quite a number of them over the years, but just never really cared for them. They were always pretty boring. And what kind of, got me into the Glocks a little bit was, I do a lot of rifle builds, and wanted to kind of get into the Polymer 80 pistol frame. So that kind of got me into doing the Glock stuff. And then I just so happened to hold the 19X. I was like, man, that, as much as I made fun of it when it came out with the short slide and the longer grip, I actually like it. It feels really good in the hand. The trigger's pretty decent. I actually have a comparison with the M17 that kind of pissed some people off, because I mean, for the money, I think the Glock is a little bit better. Overall, the M17 they're both awesome pistols, but I think, SIG, there's some improvements that need to happen there with the SIG for sure, and the Glock for that matter. So they're both not 100% the best, the bee's knees. So anyways, so thanks for watching, and just look for this video series to kind of kick off in the near future. I already have the sights, and then I'm waiting for the trigger setup to come in, and I'll show as much as I can on YouTube. Unfortunately, with the rules be what they are, they're constantly kicking people off for putting this together or that together. So anyways, try to follow the rules the best I can. So anyways, thanks for watching, and y'all have a good one.